Hey, turn me up just a little bit. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Can I talk to you? Yeah. Can I share with you? Yeah. Something personal. Yeah. Where I've been, what I've done, who I am.
Yeah. We got Anthony Lofty. He's from Tennessee. Hi, Anthony. Woo!
What's going on, everyone? What's going on? I hope everyone is having a good day. I know I scheduled this live out in the middle of nowhere. So anyway, we're going to get to it. Thank you all for coming in. Make sure you like this video. Hey, Auntie Rita. Hey, Callie. Hey, Beverly. Exclusive. How you doing, love? At one more. What's that? Imari? Amara? Callie. No. Callie Wise. I see y'all in here. The Dairy Talk Show. How y'all doing? Come on in. Come on in. Now, y'all know I went to Huntsville this past weekend. Dr. Brian, how you doing? Auntie Michelle, I see y'all doing in here. I see y'all in here. That dog always moving his playpen. Anyway, so before we get into this, everything on this channel, everything on this video is alleged. It's for entertainment purposes only, and everything is in our opinion. Make sure you follow me on social media. Make sure you become a member right now. Also, my book is available on Amazon. I get bullied too. I'm telling. Also, my album is available on all digital platforms, so make sure you go ahead and stream it or go ahead and purchase it. If you're looking for a smile makeover, hit up Dr. Roger Cooper. Use promotion code AL23, and you will get 30% off on your smile makeover. Now, y'all know Love and Marriage Huntsville is back. It come on this Saturday. Oh, baby, it's a whole lot going on. I'm kind of happy for next season. I'm going to be real honest with you all, because from the interview I had, baby, go ahead and make Will a full-time cast member. Make Will a full-time cast member. He's very articulate. He can get everything out with no problem. He can meet you with your shade, but his shade will make you laugh, though. It's kind of funny. It's not like he's trying to be sassy or anything like that. It's just casual, like, okay, I don't care. But I would say Will and Nadia, they were extremely cool. Y'all make sure y'all check out their pages. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put the link in here, not to go live, just so you all can go ahead and follow. Hold on, y'all. Let me get it right now. Shoot. Let me, hold on, y'all. To Wicked. All right, y'all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put their YouTube channel. I'm gonna put the YouTube channel where y'all can watch the video. I need everybody to go and subscribe to that channel, because the stuff that you all have been wanting to know, scenes that we didn't see, just to try to put stuff together, it's gonna be on that channel, okay? It's a lot more that's gonna be over there. I think Marceau just did something with them too. So yeah. Anyway, we're at 3 minutes and 51 seconds. Now, if you look at the thumbnail, you see it has me in the middle. Love and Marriage Huntsville exclusive interview trailer. It has Trish to the left, Ken to the left. It has Destiny to the left. And if you notice on the right side, I have Marquez, I have Will, and I have Lance right there. I didn't feel like putting Martell in this picture or putting Marceau in there. Only people we really didn't talk about was basically Kimmy and Maurice. But I'm pretty sure we'll touch up on that the next time I go to Huntsville, because I will be meeting up with Ken. I honestly want to do all of them separately, and then go into Trish, and then get all three of them together. Better yet, while I'm there, Marceau, you might as well come on in too, because I got some questions for you. And I'm gonna be real honest with you all. Marceau got a lot of respect in Huntsville. Him and Tisha. Even though the show kind of revolved around Martell and his ex or whatever, but a lot of people in Huntsville actually like Marceau, y'all. I'm gonna give him his props. A lot of people do. It's true. Destiny and Tisha got into a. Is it true? Destiny and Tisha got into a fight. All I got to say is subscribe to their channel. Y'all click on that link right there and go subscribe to their page. I can't tell you what else gonna be going on, but I'm gonna let you know. We're 5 minutes in. The y'all ready for the trailer? If you ready for me to play the trailer, push a one. Put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you're ready for me to play the trailer. I see one. Put a one. Okay, y'all ready? Okay. We're coming up on 6 minutes. All right. Let's go ahead and get this countdown ready and go.
I think Marquez made some threats about doing some stuff afterwards. I'm gonna be real with you. They are some toxic ass people though. Like,
Damn.
So basically, in so many words, Martell's trifling.
she's really embarrassing you. He's really embarrassing her, right? So I think I'm fuck y'all. I'm leaving. Literally is what he said.
Like that, you know, Destiny?
Yeah, but not like in a. Oh yeah, no, we did. Yeah, we hung out a few times. Yeah. The scene, to answer your question, was hella real. It was condensed though. It was a lot more. I was supposed to be in that scene. I was supposed to come over there and do something. I'm not gonna say what, but they blew up before I came. The blow up happened. That was a real blow up. The first time he came across Marquez, there was an altercation, and he called me and was like, "You might have to pull up." Blah 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 blah. And I was like, "What happened?" He said, "Her ex-husband." So I think just it was understood. We thought from then going on that she was divorced. We didn't find out that she was still married until the show. So that's how it happened. But we thought from then going on that she was divorced. We didn't find out that she was still married until the show. So that's how it happened. I learned that he didn't tell me everything from that scene.
Oh, wow.
Some of the stuff that they argued about in that scene, I was like, wait a minute. He just came over and sat. We talked for 3 hours, and you never told me. One time he popped up on us at Flag, and people were like, he's acting funny. I was like, acting funny? He came to me, dabbed me and everything. I didn't notice anything because I don't know the dynamic of everybody here. I just know them. These people are married. These people are married, and that's it, you know? And I was like, what do you mean? And then they were like, I was like, wait, what? They're like, yes, nigga.
So,
Awkward.
yes. I was like, oh, shit. And I think I may have been the one who even called him and told him we were coming there, right? Like,
okay, so you kind of feel like Lance probably felt the way?
it's possible. That's what other people were saying. People were telling me that he probably does. They're like, yeah, he's over here in this area right now because he's probably trying to hate on you type, or, like be seen, be shown. I was like, no, I don't think so. I called him and told him. But I didn't know that they'd even had a thing for real. Like, I knew Martell. I used to work with him a long time ago, but I don't know Martell, right? This new guy is a different guy. And that was a real blow up.
See, that's the stuff they need to follow. The follow up is like what we be missing, like, and then we watch the show and we like, okay,
It's hard,
we
though.
didn't see that part. Let me tell y'all something. The graduation party where he made the announcement and all of that stuff, go subscribe to that channel and watch that video. You're finna find out what took place before he made the announcement, before Trish and them got into it during that conversation. It was so much said that some people didn't find out. Well, people thought that she was divorced just from what Ken said, ex-husband, but everybody found out that she was still married when the show came out. I was like, oh shit. I'm like, are you serious? Like, okay, so you didn't know the full details of the entire story. Like, I was like, oh my God. So you, mm, I don't want to say too much, but y'all need to go watch that. Ken, you got some explaining to do. I will be in Huntsville soon again, so y'all need to let me know. Let us schedule everything. I enjoyed everything. His barbershop is so cool, y'all. It's like a barbershop slash private lounge. I did walk the premises. There's no back room, aka black. Just saying. I walked to the front, the back, the side. I looked at everything. Okay. Somebody said, "Look at you, hey, Auntie Gwen. I see you in here. Why did she just crossing in front of the camera like that?" Because what she did was she went to go get my drink. Cause I was like, when he started telling me about, I'm like, hold on now, you Destiny, like, what's going on? Like, I need to know. Like, I said, dang, it's getting good. I need my drink. So, and I'm kind of glad everything worked out the way it was supposed to work because at first it was supposed to be me, Ken, Will, Nadia. We all do it together, but it just turned out to be me and Will. I'm gonna do Ken next time, and hopefully I can get Trish, and then I can get us all together. While I'm up there, I want to see if I can get Marceau. Y'all tell Marceau to stop on by, come and make a good old cameo. Sorry, my undergrad degree is in production, so that irks me. You know what? It's all good. I get it. It's like I was like, girl, because she was like, I left my drink over there on the other side, and she was like, I'll grab it for you. I want to ask her, like, girl, did you kind of block that out when he set up here and said that they learned that she was married on by production? I said, now don't be surprised if they try to use something as a storyline for the next season to talk about what was on this podcast, what was said. Love and Marriage Huntsville, I don't give y'all permission to use shit. If it ain't coming with a check, a good one, nope. Y'all been saying I'm the blogs for the longest. Nope. Mm-mm, don't you do it. Don't you do it. I want my money. If you plan on using it. We got 144 people in here watching. Who cares again? Has a wonderful day. Ah, okay. You said K, I guess. Do y'all have any questions? What question do y'all think I need to ask Ken? Cause I need to ask Ken like, hey bro, where that black hat at? Get your bag. What you said? Where's the hat? Marquez came in there with a hat and he didn't leave with no hat. Where is the hat? Where is the infamous hat? I understand it. Apparently you do. You are here. Child, I don't even know why. Exact. Thank you. They always got something to say. Be the first ones to come look at the video. Baby, we ain't talking about your face. We ain't talking about no edges. We ain't talking about fix the flat. Go on, be gone. Go to the other people. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna put the link back in here again. Go subscribe to their YouTube channel now. It's also in the description. You all about to see more videos pop up over there. Ask Ken about those charges. I will. I most definitely will. You know what? I should put my live. If anybody want to come up right quick. So hold on. I'm gonna put this in here. If you want to come up on a panel right quick, I'm gonna go ahead and put that link down there. Shit, I want to ask a lot. So I'm gonna play the trailer one more time while people get ready to come up, okay? In here. How you doing, love?
Oh my goodness. Let me put my camera off. Because I got my teeth in my mouth.
Go ahead and get yourself together, Auntie, and then I'll bring you back up. Hey, dear Retalk Show, how you doing, love?
I am doing terrific, Anthony. How are you?
I am good.
Love you. I love you. You need to be.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I received that. And I love you back.
You need to DM me because I need to give you my number because I need to stay in contact with you. But we'll talk about that off camera. Um, is Ken how does Will feel about Ken when it comes with this Trish situation? Like that's his homie. I mean, does Will is Will kind of just staying out of it, or what do you get from how Will's talking about the
I
situation?
mean, when I talked to Will, Will was direct, and he said up there and said, he said they both toxic. He said they both toxic people. He's like,
Who's
what?
toxic, Anthony? Who's toxic?
He
Trish.
said Ken and Trish they both toxic.
Well, but you know what I had told you when we had the conversation about when you had traveling back from Huntsville doing that. You know, I don't really think that Trish is toxic. You know, the thing I think about with Trish, and I'm gonna say this, I'm gonna tell them what I told you.
Mm-hmm.
Trish, what was it? Her dad died, then her mom passed away, then her sister. And I think first she had a brother that got killed or passed away, then her dad, then her mom, then her sister. This lady really have not had time to grieve. And
Mm-hmm.
then with her her and her baby daddy, I don't know what else to call him because I can't say, with the children's dad. And then everything that happened with him, and then her and Ken get together. It's just like Trish went through so much, and this lady basically trying to keep her family going, haven't had time to grieve the mom, the dad, the sister, the brother, and and just making up in her mind she can't deal with Marquez. So I don't think she's toxic. I think Trish, sometimes I feel like Trish is holding back. I can
Mm-hmm.
see she want to say something, but she don't say it. And she's restraining herself from, like taking getting Marquez and just squeezing the life out of him because of all the trauma, all the grief that she has not had a chance to to grieve. And then you got Ken pestering her about picking a date to get married. I ain't thinking about getting married. Let me be for a minute. What Tony Bryson say, let me breathe. Let
Mm-hmm.
me breathe for a moment. And I just don't think she's had that time to breathe. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm seeing with Trish. I see that Trish is on the deep end and she might need some grief counseling. She might need some but she needs some counseling. She needs therapy. And that's what I'm saying with that. And Ken is like, I do this and I do this and I do. Okay, you a man. That's what you're supposed to do. You don't want the cat. If you don't want the kittens, you don't want the cat. You don't want none that come along with the cat. So what you're doing is what you're supposed to do.
Mm.
So, that's the way I'm looking at. And you will know them better than I do, but I'm just talking about from what I have seen. And it's some things that she may want to tell that, that she's not telling. She's holding, but I can see she's holding back. I see her holding back a lot. Just my opinion.
And I can concur with you, Maritha, to a certain extent, because the thing about it is that when you go through something, I lost my parents 9 months between each other. On top of that, I had other things, and I actually didn't even have grieve until 2 years later about my mom. Um, Trish, with everything that she's going through, I think Ken, but sometimes when you want what you want, you don't think about other people. I think Ken should have stayed outside of the household because I don't care how long her and Marquez was not together. You you want somebody to get over the person before you get under them.
Mm-hmm.
So I do agree with that. I I really don't know what's going to happen in that situation. I don't see the love. I don't see. I think it's more of a partnership when it comes to working out. I think they have that in common. I think if you strip that away, what do they really have? The camaraderie of working out. Um, I just don't see it. I think Ken can be a little bit controlling, With he uses the finances. For me, I feel that he might use the finances as something, because why would he want to, spray her and air her out on television? And he knew what he was doing when he was leaving. He was like, oh, it was pretty much like drop the mic time. Oh, you want to take it there? I'm gonna lay all your ish out. That's how I felt. Um, you know what I'm saying? That's just what I get from it. I don't know. I was shocked. I'm glad you put that out, because I didn't. I don't think Destiny and Will dated. They probably, had a conversation or whatever. Um,
Mhm.
but for me, when it comes to the Marcel thing and everybody, really liked them, I still go back to. I'ma always go back to. I don't feel. I'm not saying Martell and old girl was the saviors of them, but if you take that away, they will still be scratching and surviving like everybody else. Huntsville is not really that big, so the admiration can't, go too wide. It's just really going to be nice to see how these people fare once the show ends. That's what I would like to see.
And I'm just like you, because before this show, a lot of them was scraping the barrel,
Mm-hmm.
and now a lot of them, they have a. If you cannot survive after this show is gone, that's why I admire Nene Leaks.
What you
That
say?
and I admire Nene because Nene sprayed her up. I was a script. I did this and I did that. And Nene also showed after she left Real Housewife of Atlanta, it's like, I'm a survivor and I am going to survive. But
Mm-hmm.
and it was something what you said about Destiny. Destiny is a single woman. And so
Mm-hmm.
she's allowed to date anybody she wants to. If Huntsville ain't no bigger than my living room, what do you expect?
That's
you
what I'm
know
saying.
what do
Mhm.
you expect? People have dated friends. They done dated somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. So
Exactly.
that so I'm not a big fan of Destiny, but I will give credit where credit is due. She's exploring her options.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
and she has a right to do that. Now, if that was a man doing that, it would be no problem. And
Exactly.
Will is not bad on the eyes.
Not at
He's most
all.
definitely not.
He's
Let me tell
not
you
bad.
something.
And then with Lance wasn't he wasn't upfront with Destiny. See, because this last child that he had, he for me, I'm just saying, it seemed like to me they were in. He was still with this baby mama and
Mhm.
still kicking it with Destiny. So he wasn't manly. Look, when for me, I like to be honest with people,
Yeah.
because if ain't no ring on it and we ain't made no commitment that we're gonna be it's just gonna be me and you. I'm gonna tell you, look, I'm seeing people. I'm seeing
Exactly.
other people, so it don't be we be out somewhere and then you see me and my heart start beating, and I don't like that kind of stuff. He wasn't
Exactly.
honest with Destiny,
And
so
that's the same thing I
if he
feel with Trish. Trish needs to be honest with Ken about her true emotions and her feelings.
and in our reality, I'm gonna say this: I don't really think Tish want Ken. Ken was like a soft landing for her.
Mhm.
He was something like, okay, I got all this stuff going on right now, and I need something quiet. But then they start getting in. She got with Ken at a time when she should have been trying to get her emotions in tight, because her emotions was all over the place. And then Ken should have saw that.
Mhm.
Just like
Mhm.
you, one of y'all said that Ken shouldn't have moved in the house. He should have gave that lady time enough to breathe. He should have gave her time enough to grieve. Call me if you need something. Call me if you need some company or something like that. But once
Mhm.
you move in the house, you both of them moved a little bit too fast. It's like he didn't give her an option. It was like he was just coming on
Well, he
too
was dealing with
strong.
her while Marquez was upstairs.
Mm.
And we wouldn't have never found that out if Marquez, when it came out and stated it, then, well, stated she wouldn't have never stated. She wouldn't have never. They wouldn't have never said anything about her being married if he wouldn't have came out. That's the whole thing. Just like with oh girl, we didn't know everything she was doing, making Martell look like he's just being bad by himself. You gotta throw rocks at your glass house too, baby. But I feel like for me, Ken, at the end of the day, he came in with a superhero complex, like I feel he did with the other situation of the daughter that he's dealing with, that the father passed away. And it's no reason to do that. If the woman's going to be yours, she's going to be yours. So they're both trying to say that they didn't start sleeping with each other, but Marquez clearly stated that he saw the text about, she was talking about his eggplant with the eggplant emoji.
Mm. But
So,
my thing is, I don't like a man. I don't like a person that always, if you're gonna talk about what you done did for me or what you're doing for me, you're gonna miss me.
you better
You're
say it.
gonna miss me because if you're doing something, if I do anything for anybody, a person would never know unless that person told them. Because I don't care how angry or upset I get with you, I'm not going to talk about what I've done for you or what I'm doing for you. That's not for me to tell. That's for you to tell. And see, when he did that, I despise a man that
Mhm.
do that.
Yep. Yep.
I despise a man that do that to a woman,
Yep.
because when you do that to me one time, you don't have to worry. I am not God. I forgive, but it's some things I just don't forgive. And that we could never be good no more. We
Uh-huh.
could say hi
Exactly.
and bye and that's it.
Because he
But
was
let me
acting like a male. He was a male. He's not a
y-
man. That was a male.
yeah, when he said that, that just did it for me. That did it for me with Ken. I mean,
Yep.
that really did it for me with him.
My husband can tell you with me, I don't care who it is. I tell someone quick, baby, it's grown folks' bills over here. It's grown folk bills. I lay the bill, and I don't want you to tell me what you make. Let me go ahead and see that paycheck stub. That's how that's how I do my, because if I'm doing it by myself, you're not gonna walk in and make it harder on me. And you most definitely not gonna spray me on national television or because when you say that, I'll tell you, I'll throw your money in your face and you can wipe your butt with it and keep it moving.
And Ken was a convenient, and I think for me, just for me, I believe that's what Ken started doing. Because before Ken came, old girl was doing it. She was making it. She
Mhm.
probably wasn't doing as well as she's doing with Ken. However, she was still making, ends might not have met as good as they meet now, but
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure the children didn't never go hungry. When it was time to buy school clothes, she was always buying school clothes. The mortgage was getting paid. The car payments was getting paid. Bills were getting paid. And see,
Exactly.
and sometimes that's how men trap women
Mhm.
with
Mhm.
that money. And some women start seeing them dollar signs. That's what my aunt always told us girls growing up. Always have your own. And
What
if
you
you
talking
can't afford what you want with one job, get you another job.
about? Mhm. My
Get you
granddaddy
another
always
job.
told me when I go out on a date before I got married, my granddaddy said, always have your own money and a way to get back home.
That's it. That's
Yep,
it.
that's what I
That's
did.
it.
And my thing
That's
is that I really, I really started getting upset with Trish when it came out, when I think Trish was talking to Destiny or whoever was talking. Remember when it came up that the son came and threw the keys, gave the keys to Ken? That let me know right then that Ken evidently, every time, he's an Indian giver, every time he get mad, he wants something back. For that child to have to come and give him them keys, he didn't have to say something about wanting that car back or something. My opinion, you know.
and that kind of I'm like you. I'm just like you. Don't give me something, then take it back. And then when we good, you want to give it back to me. No, you keep that.
Yeah,
You keep that. Because if you did that to me one time, this is going to be a continuing thing. And
yeah.
and just like I said, in my opinion, really, I don't think. I think Tish don't want Ken. Tish don't want. She just want to breathe. Give me a minute. It's like when you're putting on clothes, you're putting on your waist binder and you're putting on a the shape wear when you get home and go out somewhere you can't hardly eat everything because you're all bound up. And when you
You
get
what
home,
you
you
talking
you be better ready to take the bra off. And when you get it, everything you just go, oh, this woman ain't never had a chance to do that yet. And people just getting on her nerves right now. She just trying to hold it together. And that's why I say Trish need some deep therapy by
Yeah.
herself. She needs
Mhm.
some therapy. And then her and Ken really need to make up their mind. She need to make up her mind if Ken is the man that she wants to spend the rest of her life with.
And she needs to take at least. I would. This is my thing. Marquez was in. Once Marquez left out that house, Ken moved right on in. Moved right on in. And my whole thing is, what kind of man, if you're a real man and not a male, why do you want a woman who still got a man under her roof, regardless of how he is under the roof or whatever? He is still under that roof. If you are a real man's gonna walk in and lay it down on the line and tell you what they will deal with, what they won't deal with. And most of the time, a real man, you don't even have to tell them that because you know what stock they come from. The way I was raised. A real man commands the room he come in. You know not to play with him, and you know how to act as a woman and walk and guide accordingly. And you're not gonna be playing with another dude. You're not gonna have another dude with a real man. Not an old
Mm-mm, mm-mm,
not an
mm-mm.
old school one. I don't think Ken or Marquez really are good for her in either way. For me, Ken just whine too much. I don't like a whining man. I don't care for a whining man. You whine too much for me. I'm like, who got the bigger eggplant? Me or you?
Exactly. Exactly. With Marquez, and I told Anthony this before. Marquez is the third child. It's like Tish got three children. Marquez there, and this me again saying this allegedly. It just something don't seem right with Marquez to me. You know what I'm saying? It just don't seem right with me with my question. That's all I'm gonna say about that. And yes, Ken, I think Ken has been in so many relationships that women has allowed him to do the things that he want to do, say what he want to say to them because of the money.
Yeah.
And now Tish is an ex vet. She's a veteran. So I'm pretty sure, she's getting, something, with veterans, they get all kind of compensations and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
I don't believe Tish was hurting for anything. Ken just came along and made it more easier, made it more comfortable for her. And he felt like if I'm making it more comfortable for you and I'm your soft landing, then I got the right to say what I want to say. I got the right to do what I want to do. And somebody like Tish, it just seemed like to me she is someone that I say stubborn. No, you don't have the right cause you doing that. I appreciate you doing that. And sometimes it just looked like she want to say just F you nigga, that's how it looked to me sometimes. But
Exactly.
she's restraining. It's like she's restraining herself from saying certain things and doing certain things because if she ever allowed that dam to burst, it's
Mhm.
not going to be good for the person on the receiving end because of everything, all the trauma, all that she got inside of her. It's not going to be beneficiary. It's not going to be good for that person who's going to be on the receiving end of that. So she kind of restrained herself and stuff like that. That's what I see with Tish. But it's going to be exciting. The show, I could sleep right through it or forget that it even come on sometime, you
Yeah.
know. But
I'm
it
done
be,
with that. I'm done with
yeah,
that.
and it's not because Miss Ma'am is not there. I
Uh-uh.
wouldn't watch it if she was
It
back
just
on
doesn't
there.
hold my. It has no substance. No substance.
Yeah. It
Double
has.
clarification. Are they divorced now? Marquez
Yeah,
and Trish.
they are divorced. I will say when I spoke to Will, he gave so much information. Like, cause I told him, I said I feel like there's no balance when it comes to Love and Marriage Huntsville. I understand reality TV. I understand that drama sells reality television. He said that they have scenes where they did fundraisers, playing basketball, all this other stuff. All the guys got together. They don't show that. And
Hmm.
we was talking about the balance when it comes to the positivity and the negativity on the show. And he was bringing up other entrepreneurs, like people in Huntsville who he feel like probably should be on there to show some type of positivity about the show. But yeah, we talked about that.
But that's what I was hoping. I was really, truly, truly hoping that when this show came back, they would add other couples that have substance. I'm not stating that Marcel and Tisha, for me, they don't have substance. I'm one of these people. If you're going to stay on the surface, then you're wasting my time because I don't, I like the little messy stuff and all that, but you have to capture my attention. And for me, the couples that are on there now have no substance. They giving puff pieces. Trish Ken and all that stuff. They giving all the same stuff. We've watched them fuss. We've watched them do all of this stuff. Why did we want to come? You should have revamped this show. Carlos, I hope you hearing me. I like you. Sometimes I gotta, pull you back in. But I really wish they would have brought some other couples. Fresh faces.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, yeah. Um,
I think they need to add new production, as far as like new producers on the show.
Mm-hmm.
They could look at it in a different eye. Because I
Mm-hmm.
feel like they've been using some of the same producers. And I understand you want to have somewhat of a storyline, a different script or whatever, but I do think that they need new eyes on the show.
and I think they need to stop adding family members onto the show
Yes.
because that, you know, Wanda just don't bring no value to the show whatsoever. She
No.
brings absolutely nothing. And then for Tisha to have she got more degrees than a thermometer. Let me see some of those that knowledge that you have obtained. Let me see some of that. You know, don't try to be the head bitch in charge because you're not. That's
Exactly.
not a hat that you wear. That's not a hat that fit you. And Nell, no, you're not the matriarch of the show. No one has to come for you for marital advice. No one
Exactly.
should have to come to you just because you and Fletch been married for 100 years. Oh, and y'all think y'all know the ins and outs of marriage. No, you don't. There's still some things that you don't know about Fletch, and there's still some things Fletch don't know about you. So just because y'all been married the longest, that don't mean that y'all know everything,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Exactly.
and your family drama, you trying to pick and choose who your son's gonna lay up with. And then the things that you say about Destiny. What about your dog son? What about your
Exactly.
whole dog son? Destiny
Exactly.
is a single woman.
Exactly.
Apparently, your son is not single because he's still around here doing what he's doing and
And
getting babies.
spreading his seed like he got it like that.
So, if you're going to talk about it, talk about it. Tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth. And with
Exactly.
Marceau, I just don't even know about Marceau because I can't picture Marceau, a person in my head that I would go to for advice. Like, we done had this conversation, Anthony, where you said people really go to Marceau. And I saw it with Kimmy's son. And I could understand him going to Marceau because the other Maurice, his son is there, and I don't care what nobody gonna say. I don't care how equal you try to be with someone that's not your biological. You're not gonna always be fair. You're gonna give somebody one more French fry than you gave the other one. So,
Yeah.
it's not go. Because sometimes, and I look at my children, I don't treat them I love all of them. I can't say I love them the same. I love them different because all three of them are different. So I
Exactly.
love them the way that but I love them. However, I still
Exactly.
love them.
Mm-hmm. Because
So
sometimes they need different things at different times.
at different times. And I love my daughter because she keep me laughing and we talk. I love my son, but sometimes it's like pulling teeth from him. And my oldest son, he's my oldest son. He's my oldest son.
Yeah,
So I love them all, but I love them different.
exactly. My
So
synopsis with Love and Marriage Huntsville, I just, for me, I just don't see when you look at all the leading men or males, I'm gonna say males, the one that's not even a true person is Will. Will came out and was like a breath of fresh air that really told Ken how it is and how it was. Like, you know, I wouldn't have been with her this long. And it's not shooting at Trish, but my thing is, like you say, Marceau is not someone that you would go to. I wouldn't go to Marceau. I wouldn't go to Maurice. I most definitely wouldn't go to Ken or Martell of any of them.
You know what? Sorry to cut you off on that, and I'm glad you brought that up. When you watch the video, you're going to hear him talk about that scene right there because he talked about how Trish basically reached out to him
Mm,
regarding that statement that he made, and he had to tell Ken explain to her what happened because it was a production thing. But
mhm.
when you watch it, you will hear it.
Okay, yeah, I subscribe, so I'll go over there and watch it. But you
yeah,
know,
I broke down and subscribed to. But you know what? Will to me started off like, when you got a friend and then you got you and your girl, y'all cool. Then your girl she get her a man, and now you ain't spending much time with me like you used to spend with me since you got that man. Will came off like a jealous boyfriend to me. The way that he was,
I think Will
yeah,
came.
the way he was talking. If it was me, I would have left a long time ago. It's not you, it's him.
But
And
Will, for me, I'm gonna be honest.
But
I'm gonna keep it 100. I feel Will was your friend out here looking crazy, and I'm gonna need to go ahead and help you out, friend.
But also, you have to Auntie Rita. They asked him that question. He just didn't volunteer that. They asked him, and he gave his answer what he would have done.
And I'm glad
But
he
but
did.
but still, that was his answer, and still, that. This is what I'm saying. The way it came off to me, like he was a jealous boyfriend. His boyfriend got a girlfriend, so now he ain't spending much time. And the way then. What people need to stop doing in a relationship is running their mouth to somebody else, their mama, their daddy, their sister, their brother, and their best friend. Because that's the way people form an opinion about the person that you're with.
Well, I
That's
also think some of the things Will found out by watching this show. I don't think Ken told him a lot of the crazy stuff because it's like, you know, Ken. I get what it's a double-edged sword. I just feel like, and I think I'm like that too. I'm the type of person I just come out with it, and I don't really have no friends because I really don't want any. I got one, but she tell you I'm kind of crazy. I feel like now that we know that the production asked that question, I never thought about why he said it. I just thought sometimes if you got friends, family members, and you see them acting around here acting like a plum fool, sometimes you got to snatch them up verbally and tell them. That's just like if you have a man you dating and his whole entire family know he cheating on you, but they don't say nothing. They don't say nothing to you. They laughing in your face, all that stuff. But then, and you go around them. But then when you find out, you be like, well, why nobody didn't say nothing to him or say nothing to me or have me right here looking like a fool and y'all in my face? You see what I'm saying?
Ken know what he got because he created the monster that we call Tish.
Yeah.
Ken knew that Tish was still. Ken knew that Tish was still with Dum Dum Diddy
What in the hell? No, she did say dumb dumb D.
because that's what he is. Ken didn't walk into anything blindly.
Hey, Marcella.
He did, in my opinion, he did not walk into not one thing blindly. Again, I'm gonna go back to him doing things in the house, repairing things in the house, so she don't have to call nobody to repair, cutting the yard, doing the lawn, cutting the grass, and oh, son getting ready to graduate, get son a car, cause son at the age he need to get a car, doing all of those things. But those things for me wasn't coming from the heart, because if they were coming from the heart, you would have never asked for them again. And for me, knowing my granddaughter, how my granddaughter was raised, you say something about that, and she give them keys to you, she not taking them back.
Mhm.
She's not gonna take them. She's just not gonna take them back. And then, just like I say, for me, it's just like Will was acting like, okay, nigga, you done got this woman now. You don't want to come hang out and do the things that we used to do. She taking up all your time, and then Ken running back and telling things that's going on in the house. See, I don't like that,
Well, that's no
because see,
different than what Trish was doing with old girl. I forgot her name. How she
how about,
went.
yeah, the friend that came there, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I'm like, girl, you need to go sit down somewhere. First of all, I don't care who you and Trish see each other sometimes at the gym, and I'm not one to talk because, baby, I'm a little fluffy, but she don't look like she hit the gym too hot herself.
No, she looked like she'll do what I do, walk about 10 minutes, get tired, and sit down and talk to the rest of the people that's working out. So, you know, but
But both
I,
of the friends, I get what
yeah,
you're saying. I get what you're
yeah,
saying. But I'm still glad that Will, stated that to him, regardless of who asked him how it came out. I'm glad because sometimes, what I do pick up from Ken, sometimes I feel Ken, Ken's not a bad guy. It's just Ken. I don't think he has a particular male role model or male that he can take and understand. Like, you're doing some good stuff, but you're doing it for the wrong reasons in the wrong way. And sometimes, depending on how he looked, he kind of looked pitiful. Like, you know, I think he really do care for Trish, but now that the divorce is done, now I want to see what the little grasshopper is going to do, because now you can't say that it's all about Marquez and he won't do this and he won't do that. She's no longer a married woman. So let's see.
I want to see, is she gonna go through with the is she just gonna pick a date? Just pick a date.
Yeah,
Just pick a date. And
see, that's the stuff
honestly,
I'm saying. They
I
need to
don't.
they need to show us on the show. Like all that other stuff, you can miss me with all that. I don't care
All
about
I
that.
know is that I'm happy to see that Dr. Francis is back next season,
Oh, he is. Like all that
and
other stuff, you can
it
miss
was
me
so
with
good.
that. I don't.
I
All I
think
know is that I'm happy to see that Dr. Francis is
they
back
go.
next season.
He my friend. Dr. Friend is my friend.
I
He
follow
earned
him
it.
on Instagram. I sure do. I love
Yeah,
him. Yeah, he's really good.
he's my friend.
So there's
Even though
going
I
to be a next season, Anthony.
Hmm.
There's going to be a next season.
I think it's going to be, but I do know.
I'm waiting to
I.
see how your lips curl up at the end. That tells me when your lips curl up, let me know when you know something. Don't hide your face.
But I will say, I think Will is going to try to talk to Dr. Francis too, like a one-on-one session
why Will
on their
got
channel.
issues that we need to know about.
I
Oh,
would
talking about
say,
as a sit down. Oh,
yeah, like a sit down. Yeah.
with his sit down.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what, Anthony, it's been real. And Anthony, give
Mhm.
her my phone number, because you know I don't know how to do it.
You can't
Give her.
DM me. I DM'd you a while
Hold
ago.
I
on.
you
Look.
know
Hold on. Look. I'm going to my DM right now just for you. Hold on. Hold on. Hold up. Hold
Give
up.
it to her, because my grandbaby just called me from college, and when she called me, I got to answer.
I already know.
Okay.
All right, so I love you, and
Love you
call me.
too. I will. You take care of yourself.
Okay, I will. Thank you.
You're
Bye
welcome.
bye.
Bye. So for me, Anthony, I really want the best for Trish. I really
Hmm.
want the best for her. When it comes to Tisha, I want people to first understand. I don't if I dislike someone, I'm going to say I dislike them.
Hmm.
I just don't like if we take time out of our schedule, regardless we watch it when it comes on or we record it,
Hmm.
give us something to watch. I mean, even with Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and all those shows, at least they held, it was messy, but it held my attention.
Hmm.
For me, I just don't understand what they're gonna come back and do for the remaining of the season, because all the hype, it didn't meet up to all the hype.
I feel
It,
like all the hype was on a different platform versus being on the actual show.
yeah. And so for me, it's like I even tried out when Tisha does her Tuesday thing. And then I found myself like, okay, I'm cleaning up the house, I'm doing this and stuff. And I still didn't retain anything that she said. So I was like, okay, I'm out of that. That's not really what I want to hear.
Hmm.
I just for me, Will was a breath of fresh air. I think that his charisma,
Hmm.
I would watch him.
They
I would
really
watch
do need
him.
to. They really need to add him.
Yeah.
They need to add him for real.
I would watch
So.
him. I really, how can I say this? I know they don't want to put Arion on there, but they can at least, I don't understand how they can't. That's part of Martell life now. You
Hmm.
know, I want to see how they live together, how they co-parent together. I want to see
Hmm.
all those things. For me, and what I'm trying to understand, and maybe you can help me with this. I seen the little live that Marcel put out about bedrock and all this stuff. I'm trying to find out where y'all get all this money to have an elevator and all this stuff when you got white people richer than y'all and they don't do all of that. I'm gonna just keep it 100. I don't understand an elevator and you got
I'm
all of
gonna
this
say
stuff.
this. I'm
Are
not
you
gonna
gonna be
say
able
too
to
much.
maintain that?
Not gonna say too much, but Tisha ain't no dummy, okay? Tisha and Marcel are actually smart. Let me bring up Auntie Marcella right quick. Hey, Auntie Marcella.
I
Hey, you know
understand
what? When you're interview, you were sitting on that couch. Is Will like bigger than you? Does he hover over you in
Hold on, let
size?
me tell you something. And somebody brought that up on the thing. I am so small when it comes to Will and Ken. They like 6'4", 6'5", big.
But
And I'm like,
Anthony, you look like you was tall, but then when you was sitting in that couch,
yeah.
damn,
I also look like I was squished in too. I should have been in the seat where Nadia was at.
right.
But they big. I mean big.
yeah, I
I'm
can see
saying
that with
you work
those.
out. You work out too.
Hmm.
So are they bigger than you? Work?
Oh hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
They're like muscle builders.
This
Hmm.
is my question. Maybe Marcella can. I understand, that they frugal and all this stuff, but even at the end of the day, when you like with Jay Z allegedly and Beyonce, they taking all these loans out, and now they trying to do hearsay, and my opinion that they trying to do this and do this to make the money. My thing is, you can be as smart as you want to, but who would go out and take out all these different loans though?
millionaires, because when you take out a loan, they paid off their house. You better believe the properties they got, they paid on them with their own money. But then you take loans for, because I'm going to tell you something, if you pay off all your bills, right, you're not adding to the credit bureau every month because you don't have nothing to pay. So with these loans, you have something to pay. Just like Donald Trump, his credit is like doo doo, but he's able to still take out loans. He took out a loan for his case with Letitia James. He took out with no collateral, none. Now, with his buildings in New York, he's been able to take out loans, but millionaires take out loans because they, just like us, got to keep a payment history of things that they have. They have to keep a payment history.
I guess I'm not gonna say I'm confused, but I'm just trying to understand when that lawsuit came out with Zen Garden and you know they were being sued and all this stuff. And I understand that's all over with now. But what I'm stating is most people don't understand when you purchase a home, even most people tell you don't pay your home off because you pay it most, but you want to have some equity in different things. But when this home is done, bedrock is done, you still have to do the upkeep, you still got to pay the taxes, you still have to do a lot of things to keep that house going.
They
So
still have to pay a mortgage on it right now. They still have to pay property taxes for the land. They still got to pay stuff every month. Now, I'm going to tell you something. If they do their taxes like I do my taxes every quarter.
me too.
Every quarter. So some people do their taxes once a year. Any normal person can do their taxes every quarter. But it would be better than me looking at the end of the year saying that I got a $3 million tax bill. But you got to remember, Tisha, I'm sure, have two different taxes. They got a business tax. Remember when Karen Huger, Her husband Ray got into all that tax debt. It wasn't their personal taxes,
Mm,
it was their business tax. So
yeah,
when you own a business, you have a business tax, you got an individual tax, you got a family tax, you got which your family would be included in your home. So when
yeah,
people are looking at these tax things, they don't understand that, well, maybe Stormy's personal tax were paid off and she just got the tax bill, and
mm,
you don't have to pay off your tax bill for 90 days. So
yeah,
if somebody goes up there and look and say, "Ooh, I see Stormy owed taxes," she could have probably got the bill 2 months ago. As
mhm,
long as it's being finished paid off or the next quarter, right?
yeah,
The next quarter, she don't make that much, and what she have to pay less will go into the bill that she owed the last quarter.
yeah,
People don't that don't have businesses don't know, because most of people business is done under the table. But this is what I'm telling you, Reed. If you was to pay off all your credit card and everything, say you paid it all off in September. In October, you have nothing to pay but your light gas
mhm,
and your car note. I mean, and your light and gas. You're not putting into the BICO score because you
mhm,
got everything paid off. So do you know when you have paid off everything, your BICO score begins to fall because you
mhm.
cannot show a monthly payment history.
Exactly. And it's just as bad as having no credit. You know how young people
Well,
come out with no credit.
that's what I mean about Beyonce and Jay-Z. Their properties are paid off, but they still need a way to say they're paying something. So they take loans. If things was to crash and burn, that would be the first thing they would pay off, because most people who have homes, they got mortgage insurance. That means if I lost my job, my house, they will pick up my payments for it. But they done took loans just to show that they're adding to the BICO system. That's about to go away soon. It ain't gonna credit ain't gonna be it ain't gonna matter.
Well, I think a lot of times people, unfortunately, and I was just when my particular question was pragmatically with Tisha and Marcel with the house. I guess I look at things in a different way. It's just like if you
Lisa
know,
is very smart. You gotta realize they got rental properties. That's one of the houses she's living in. They had a building. I don't know if they still got that. They're building that home. And the fact that Tisha has her own individual business called Infinity, that if Scope got into trouble, Scope would be liable for that. She wouldn't be liable for that. She's under the CEO. That means she tries to keep the paperwork right, but you see, ain't no sweat come off her balls when Marceau was being sued by Zen Garden, and they got a big check, and I saw the check my damn self. And then after that, Marceau was still working with Zen Garden. So people can put out all kinds of business stuff on Marceau and teach you all they want. And if you don't know the paperwork, because when they worked on Zen Gardens, they had insurance while
Mhm.
working on Zen Gardens. So you're not suing them, you're suing their insurance.
Yeah, the insurance company.
So
And
that's
that's
what
the
I'm saying.
same and that's the same thing I was when you remember when the big C-19 came out,
Hmm.
everybody had this big issue like they didn't want self-employed people to receive any money, but they have no idea that self-employed people actually pay more in taxes than the normal people because they pay self
Absolutely.
yeah, self-employment tax. Then you also have your federal tax. And then when you live in a state that has state and federal, so you're paying taxes three times.
Right.
So, it's I was just trying to like get a gauge on it because it's great that, and I understand Marcel is saying this house is for generations and everything of that nature. I just, I'm on the outside looking in, and it was stated that she was signing her names on all these loans.
Well, I don't know about that factually, but
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I
Opinion.
was told that by her mother, but I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, to each his own. I wish them the best. But when it comes to this show, I'm just hoping that they're not waiting and hoping this show, the dividends from this show is going to help sustain them. So I'm glad they're doing things outside of this show because the checks from this show, I don't see that that's going to sustain
Well,
them.
you gotta remember that they have a business also in Georgia. It's Gold in
Yeah, I know.
Georgia. They
I
got a
know.
business, and I think it's not. I think it's Tennessee. So they got licenses.
But you know what, Marcella? I'm gonna just say this because I've been an entrepreneur for years. Everybody can have a business. Everybody can have a
Mm-hmm.
business license. Everybody can. We can all do all of that stuff, and it is so easy to open businesses. All you got to do, pay the money, file, do all this stuff. All I'm saying is that um, you leave things up for speculation when you don't really show what you're doing on the show. You don't show any.
Right.
You just leave everything up to the speculation. That's all I'm saying. You
Well,
know,
I'm so glad Stormy didn't put Canvas Beauty up there because it shows that when they merge the show with their real business, people try to
Mm-hmm.
fuck up their business because they don't like them on the show. And I'm so
she is
glad Stormy
so
stepped away.
cute. Did you see her in New
Her,
York?
yeah, I saw her doing the
She
interviews up
is
there.
so cute.
But y'all, thank y'all for coming in. I gotta get ready to go to my other job, and I will
No, we
talk to
don't want
y'all
you to go to
later.
work. We want to see your face.
Oh well, I
We
got to
do.
go. This face got to go make money for other faces.
No, we will pay you to
All right.
spin.
Bye.
All
Love
Bye.
right,
you.
Love
y'all.
you.
Bye
And
Bye.
bye.
Bye,
there,
Marcella.
I sent you that number too. Okay. All right, y'all. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you all click the link. The link is also in the description. We got 179 people watching. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I might go live again, but once again, I am traveling. I told you we catching flights and not feelings. I hope everyone is doing good. Make sure you check out all of the wonderful content creators and just have a good day. And I will see you all very soon. Ken, I know you watched this, so make sure you go ahead and hit me up so we can set this up. Trish, I'll talk to you later too. Anyway, good job. Love Marriage Huntsville production. Y'all have a good day.